Hi guys, welcome to our first Server Tech video review. If you haven't heard of us before, we're a new server site for all you home server enthusiasts. For more info, just check out the URL, will be in the description. Let's get straight on to our first review. We have a brand new case from Lian. This is the PC-D8000. As you can see on the box, it's a aluminium modular cube case. Very similar to the older version they have, but it's a little bit bigger. That's pretty much the same on both two sides. Let's go on the other side for some specs. Let's see. Main features is 11 PCI slots, so all your extended boards that have say 7 or so PCI Express slots, it'll fit. So it's got HBTX, which is currently your largest size board, will fit in it. 4 USB 3. What else do we have in here? It's got 20 drive bays on the front, so you can fit 20 either laptop drives or your standard desktop 3.5-inch hard drives. So it'll fit quite an amount of drives there, and it's actually got 6 CD-ROM bays, but 1 CD-ROM bay is being used for your power button, your reset button, and your USB devices. So you could remove that if you wanted to use all 6. And just a quick look at dimensions. As you can see, it's 630 high. 450 wide, and the depth is 590, so it is pretty high, and being a cube, it is going to be a bit of a mission to carry. But for the weight of it, does it have the weight on here? I don't think it does, but it's pretty light. We'll put it in the description, or it'll be in the manual somewhere when we get into a bit further, but in the box it's probably about 14 kilos, 15 kilos. So anyway, that's enough on the box. Next, I'm not going to go through pulling it out and all that. I'll just cut straight into the case once it's out. So just let me open the box and I'll get the case out for you. Okay, I've taken it out of the box. Pretty simple. All it was just this and some padding. Also, which came in the cardboard box, was just a quicker sort of instruction manual on what everything does and whatnot. It's quite in-depth, as there's quite a lot to this case. You also get just a quick accessories list for extras you want to buy for it. And then we also have a more in-depth manual, which is sort of a poster, and I think it's in a few languages, so put those aside. Most people won't need those. Just one note, I have put the wheels on. You can see those. That'll just make it easier to maneuver on this table. So it does come with the 4 wheels as well. They are actually off when you get it. So we'll start off with the left side. You can see, so you got no window, and straight off just some fan grills, and I'll show you what these are for later on once they go inside it. So we'll move it around to the front. Okay, pretty sort of basic on the front, a nice sleek design. You've got your 5 CD-ROM bays up the front. The 6th one is used as the power reset, so you could take that out if needed. And it's just got 4 straight USB 3 ports. You've also got your power and hard drive activity LEDs right up the top there. And then down the bottom we've just got your standard Lian logo there. Alright, let's rotate it once more. So pretty much same as the other side, same ventilation. Once again, I'll show you what they do later on. Now the back. Now the back is quite interesting. So we have your 2 standard power supply holes there. They'll fit your standard ATX power supply. On the back right side, or the left side from here, but on the front it's the right side, you have your 11 PCI slots, your IO shield hole up the top, and you have a sort of spot for a 120mm fan, and it's got water cooling holes there if you're putting a radiator in. So now that's on the right side. Now on the left side, you have provision for 3 more fans, or a 3 by 120mm radiator if you wish. So in most cases, there is another cube case. They've done it similar to this, but your motherboard is on the left side and you put your drives on the right side. So this is the first case I've seen where your motherboard is sort of through the case on the other side. Okay, so we'll spin it back around. We'll have a look at the top. I think you're just going to have to hold the camera up there. So pretty much you've got room for 2 140mm fans each side, so you can put another 2 by 140mm radiator up the top on each side. So it's pretty well built for radiator is this case. Now let's see if I can sort of put it down a bit on here. Alright, now looking underneath you can see the 4 wheels under there. Now you've got your power supply filters. They can slide out if you want to clean those, but yeah, that's just for each power supply. And that's pretty much it for under there. Now I'll go through the insides of it. I'll start off with the left side, and we'll see what we have in there. Now the side panels are off, we can have a look inside. First off, we've got this moisture sort of paper to absorb any moisture you may get in the case. First off, we'll have a look at the thumb screws that came on the side panels. Different design I haven't seen before. They come with a sort of little rubber washer on the side, so when you screw them back in your case, you don't get sort of scratching your side panels off, and you don't need to do them up as tight as they sort of lock in, and there's a bit resistant to unscrewing. So first off, we see we've got these 2 white boxes, so that's going to be all your screws and additional bits and pieces you get with the case. I'll go over to those in a tick, but we'll just look what's on this side. So over here we've got 3 120mm fan slots here. This is what I was talking about on the front side panel. These will line up with that mesh that's on each side panel. So this is to exhaust cool air over all your hard drives. So this is where your 10 hard drives will go on this side, and you've got 10 on the other side. I'll show you more of these when I take the front off, and you can get a better idea. Down below we've got, looks like sort of a cable management for your power supply. You can sort of just clip your modular leads into those, and you can move that from this side or the other side. And then we've got, moving towards the back, you've got just the power supply sort of mount. It's got rubber padding on each side to stop any vibration, and that's the same on the other side as well. Moving sort of up a bit, as I mentioned when I was on the outside, you've got your 3 120mm fan holes up there. So that's where you can mount a radiator or just fans for extra cooling. Now we've got this interesting side, sort of mid-plane section. We've got some more fan holes, 120mm fan holes, so we can add more air going sort of in to your motherboard area. And we've also got these little sort of brackets, and I believe these are adding clips on to support any long additional graphics cards or large RAID cards or whatnot, but I'll show you those later on. Let's sort of move to the front now. Now I left this front on just to show you how easy it is to take off. So you can just pull it from the top, and it's got this sort of little pushing compression tabs here, and then you just pull it out at the bottom, and that's it. Let's put that down there. Alright, so this is where you get 10 drives on each side. So all you do, very simple, you don't need to put rails on your hard drives. You don't need to do anything like that. It comes with screws that you just screw into your hard drive. They have a stop, so the screws are raised out a bit. You simply lift this bar and screw it back in, slide all your drives in, drop the bar back down, lock it back, and then all your drives are in place. And for extra sort of security, you can lock each side. It comes with keys, and this will stop someone from simply just opening this up if you're at a LAN and pulling out your drives. They'll need the key to be able to slide the rails up. So that's pretty simple there. 10 drives either side, 20 drives all up, and you got ample cooling, 3 fans on one side, 3 fans on the other side. Air's going from left to right, straight through, or right to left without going in your case. And these are the drive bay covers. I think they're just the standard aluminium Lian Li ones you find on most of their cases. Right, let's move over to the other side. We just got your hard drive light there, your power LED light there, and this is the back of the motherboard tray. 2 grommets there. Got a cutout here and a cutout here, so if you're running a dual CPU motherboard, you've got access from both sides there. I think most of the HBTX motherboard trays have that these days. And then down below, you just got some support to hold the motherboard up so your power supply can slide under it. Alright, now on to the back. We've gone through the back quite a bit. I'll quickly unscrew these and show you the motherboard tray is removable. So we'll just take these out. So now once you undo that, you pretty much have to remove this motherboard tray to install your motherboard, because there's no way you'll be able to fit your motherboard in and around and put your cards in. So this is a must to remove the motherboard tray like so. Then you put it on your bench, install your cards, install your graphics cards, install your CPU, your RAM. Once it's all up and in, you can even test it on the bench, make sure it's all up. And then you just simply lift it up. There's a guide rail top and bottom, and then just slide it back in. Just before I slide it back in, it could have been maybe an extra feature they could work on in the future, is if they could allow you to have the option to slide it back in the other side if you wanted to invert it, and then that would give you access to the motherboard tray more easier on the other side for sort of direct access. But nonetheless, it's still a pretty cool idea. Alright, let's slide that back in like that. Okay, so that's pretty much the case. Internals done. For the CD-ROM bays, it's just the standard Lian Li to lock in screws. You just pull this little clip forward, open her up, slide your CD-ROM in, push it back, and just clips in like that. So that's pretty much standard. Inside a bit more, if you can get that shot, you can see you got dual USB 3 headers like that, and then you've got all your internal connectors for your power LED, power switch and all that. And just another note, if you want to buy an additional component, you can buy the backplanes to make all your 20 drives hot swappable. You can buy them in a group of single one, a dual one, or a triple one, and you could eventually fill the whole lot to make all your drives hot swappable. So I'll go over into these boxes now, and we'll show you the bits and pieces you get with it. Now we have the two boxes here. I'll start with the left one. So here are the two keys I was talking about to lock in the drive bays so your drives are more secure. Let's open this one up. Okay, put that over there. It's a nice feature, a little sort of toolkit or screw box. If you want to put your screws in there like that, organise them a bit. Okay, this is quite interesting here. They give you 1, 2, 3 140mm fan grills and 2 120mm fan grills. That's a nice additional extra there. Now we have this USB, which will convert your onboard header, a USB 2, or if you've got a USB 3 onboard header, onto one of the ones for the front. So it allows you to run your front USB at USB 2 if you don't have the dual ones on the motherboard. Alright, in this bag, okay, these little black little clip sort of things, these are things that I was talking about that hold your VGA cards in. They clip into those little brackets, and then they can swing out and just support your card. So they're good if you're running long video cards that have water blocks on and things like that. Okay, so we just got screws. This is your bits and pieces here. More screws. You have a speaker. It comes with a lock, so you can lock the side panels in, things like that. I've actually opened one up to get the screws out for the feet before. So these here, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what they are. They look like some sort of feet or something like that. We might look at the sort of manual and come back to you on those ones. Alright, let's slide that out of the way. Open up the other box. This was the box that had the wheels in, which I've already opened up, and pretty much just more screws, hard drive screws, you could get a ton of those. You put your grommets on your hard drives as well, and then we just got more screws in there as well. Alright, well, we'll just go over once more on the case, and that should be it. Just another note that I'm going back to on those little rubber sort of square things. They're actually for the PCI holders. What you do is you put these ones in there, that one like that, and then these clip into the brackets, and then they can swing, and that just holds up your card. It just sits on your card like that, and then you can just keep on doing them all the way down, and they just support your card like that. So I think that's pretty much it. This case will be filled up with 30 or so drives. We'll definitely be putting 20 in the front, 10 on each side, and we will be working on some extra modules at the top, and maybe an idea of putting some 3 and 4 modules or 4 and 3 modules on the back here, and we'll see how we go. We might do another video once this is done, or just put some photos up on our website. But as for now, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos in the future.